Okay, under that's transferring and conferencing. So our feature buttons on the handout, those are in alphabetical order. I'm going to run through them the way they appear on the phone. Release and timekeeping. You may or may not have these buttons. If, when we did our station reviews with your department, they told us that you have a headset, you should have a release button. That's how you're going to hang up on a headset call without turning off the headset. If you don't have a headset, you don't really need a release button. If you do have a headset and no release button, let us know. It's easy to fix. Just be aware that it might take you a little while. It will be a fairly low priority issue on Monday morning. Timekeeping, same situation. If you log into into timekeeping now, you will be doing that next week, and we gave you a timekeeping speed dial. That's all that is. Underneath the release button, you'll see call forwarding. This is how you get your phone to ring someplace else. This is not call forward to voicemail. That's send all calls. Call forwarding. When you hit that button, you'll get a dial tone, then you enter the number that you want your phone to ring at. When you're done putting in the number, you press pound. You'll hear 3 little beeps, the confirmation tone. And then that cell on your phone should be grayed out or highlighted so you know that it's active. To turn call forwarding off, you just hit the button next to it again. And it will turn off the highlights. So you're on and it's off. Send all calls. You might know this is the SAC or Do Not Disturb or D&D. They're all the same thing. This is either on or it's off. When it's on, all of your calls go immediately to voicemail. When it's off, they're going to ring 4 times before going to voicemail. If it's off and you're on a call, the phone is going to ring out loud once and then just beep in your ear, not the caller's ear, 3 more times before going to voicemail. If you go to lunch, turn this on, come back from lunch, forget to turn it off, a call comes in, there'll be half a ring. If you happen to be looking at the phone, you'll see the caller ID flash across the screen. There's no way to get that call. By the time you've seen it or heard it, they're already in your voicemail. You can also use this to push calls in voicemail. Call comes in, see the caller ID, and you don't want to talk to them for whatever reason. About to start a meeting, you don't like them, whatever. You can hit send all calls, and it'll go immediately into voicemail. Just be aware, most people know, system default is 4 rings. If I call you, it rings twice, and I get your voicemail, I know you're at your desk, and you just hit that button. If it's just like on your cell, you hit ignore too fast, they're going to call you right back. On these phones, by default, the contrast settings are a little light. It's different in here because these are the training phones and it's all over the place because a lot of people have been using these. But at your desk, most likely, you're going to want to bump up the contrast a little bit to make sure that it's easy to tell that send all calls is active or not. That is going to be an issue for us on Monday morning. People are going to accidentally turn that on with the contrast turned down, and they're not going to know. They're going to call the help desk and say, my red light's on all the time, but my phone's not ringing.
And where's the contrast button?
It's underneath options, which we'll get to in a little bit. It's toward the bottom of that menu list, on the first page of options. Next to call forward on your phones is the expert to email, transfer to voicemail. This is how you drop somebody directly into somebody's voicemail without ringing their phone. She's in a meeting, she doesn't want to be disturbed. She calls me trying to get hold of her. I'm not going to put the call through because she doesn't want to be disturbed. And she's willing to leave a voicemail. I don't want to transfer it to her because it's going to ring her phone and disturb her. I just want to put you directly into her voicemail. So I hit transfer. Then transfer to voicemail button. You wait for that to answer. As soon as it answers, I'm going to put in her 5-digit extension and hang up. You want to complete that transfer quickly because people in general put their names at the beginning of their voicemail greeting. So I don't want to drop her halfway through the greeting. I want to make sure she knows that she's actually in her voicemail box. So it's transfer to voicemail, ring, 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 5-digit extension, transfer, or hang up. Underneath transfer to voicemail is voicemail speed dial. Your voicemail internally is 77999. From the outside, it's 818-557-7999 or 866, because I think it's written down on written down on your audits handout. Just don't feel like there should be. 866-395-1806. So internally, and what that speed dials is 77999. That's all that is.